Alright, welcome back to part 4 of Super Metroid Redesign Axeil Final Updates Edition. Whatever. So, we've just picked up power bombs and have defeated Crocmire, and now are making our way back out of Norfair so that we can get to so we can go back to Kraid and get to the western side. Or sorry, the eastern. I'm on the western side. I need to get to the eastern side of Norfair so that I can get to Grapple Beam, which will then allow me to get to High Jump and to Speed Booster. No, can't go up there. Alright. 2 power bombs should be enough to where I need to go. Ow. Alright, can't go through there just yet. So, now I could have done that had I been able to successfully Mach Ball, but I can't really do Mach Ball and redesign physics that well. So instead, we go under here. And right here, as you can see, there's some power bomb blocks, which gets us back to the Norfair elevator. And one thing that Drew did in Redesign, which I think is kind of cool, is that he set up some triggers that when you use power bombs in certain areas that have barriers, a trigger's hit that makes it so those power bomb blocks do not respawn. Those blocks that I just destroyed there are one such trigger. Alright, now we are on our way over to back to Kraid. Actually, wait a minute. Let's not go through the underwater area. Now that we have Ice Beam and Varia Suit, we can take the other path. So, had we taken the heat run, we could jump into here. Which brings us up to this room full of rippers that we climb. And we have a missile door here. Brings us back to the main area, and then over here we have a super door that brings us into Varia's room. So let's go ahead and climb up here now that we have Ice Beam. And completely fail climbing up all these enemies because, holy crap, there's so many of them. Oh, come on. Please. There we go. And we've got our traditional ammo check, so obviously there's something important back here. Yep. So up here, we have a Chozo statue. And this is the other main mechanic of Redesign, the Chozo Guardians. So there are 12 of them in total, 3 in Brinstar, 3 in Norfair, 3 in Crateria, and 3 in Meridia. Unlocking all 12 of them is what allows you access to Turian. There's no Golden 4 like there is in vanilla Metroid. Now, you are effectively required to kill all the bosses in order to get access to them. And Samus Eaters. But they're not, basically the bosses are not technically required. I don't want to go this way, I want to go down and around. I'll need to go through the, actually I do want to go through the Morph Ball Maze, because I can get that one item that's in it, now that I have power bombs. Which is a pack of missiles. What size? 10 pack, nice. I really wanted to get that super missile. Unfortunately, I was stupid fingering the timing for the bomb jumping. And one other nice thing, as you may notice, once a gate is opened, it stays opened until you close it, even if you leave the room. This is another difference from vanilla. I really should heal, but I don't feel like spending the time. I don't feel like de-equipping ice beams so that I can actually fire at a reasonable fire rate. And I don't want to spend the time farming. Alright, so I'm not going to bother breaking the tube here. One, because I only have one power bomb, and two, because I can't do anything with it. So let's break here, and head on down into Norfair. Once again. Only this time we are on the eastern side, which allows us access to the grapple area. Also, we got a nice farm spot here. Alright, so that puts us back up to full pretty much. Okay, so see this room? This room's important. We'll be coming back here later on, as you can see. But not now. And this is a room that is also important. Oh, I can't go this way. Can I actually unlock this room yet? I believe so. Okay. So I need to go down here first. Oh, no, I cannot do anything in this room yet. I have to come in from the other side. That feeling when you're trying to avoid overshooting a jump and you just miss the jump anyway. Oh, energy. Finally. We're only 2 hours in, and I finally got my second energy tank. Alright, now we are in... Now we are in the grapple area proper. What's up here? Oh, something's up here. Your speed boot. Really? Speed booster. Drew, why is this speed booster? This does not need to be speed booster. Alright. Well. Time to begin the grapple gauntlet. Down this vaguely hidden path. Right into a waiting Disgiga, because, of course. Alright, I think that's the way to go. So what's over here is pain. Yeah, we don't want to go that way. We want to go this way. Down we go. Now, what has me kind of curious is, why is that door locked by Crocmire? Because you can't even open it without power, or you can't even access it. Well, actually, no. If you do the early Powerbomb challenge, I guess you could access it without killing Crocmire. Which would just be... it goes with the whole, you don't get to do anything unless Drew lets you. It's through here. Through here is death. Good to know. That's right, that's how we escape the grapple gauntlet once we have grapple beam. Because that leads into this very same room that we're in now. But we will deal with that a little bit later when we actually have grapple beam. Hey, a refill station. Well, I'm already at full health. And I'm at full ammo, so... don't actually need it. But it's nice to have. And down here leads to the start of the grapple gauntlet. Well, eventually, once I get to that point. The grapple gauntlet is significantly nerfed compared to the original redesign, where it was, where if you were lucky, it would kill you. If you were unlucky, it would kill you for about 6 hours. The grapple gauntlet is where most redesign runs go to die. And this is the save that everyone loves to hate respawning at. Room design's a little bit different from classic Redesign, but... Alright, let's actually turn off Ice Beam so that I have an actual... so I can actually kill these guys and farm them. And then turn it back on because I'm actually going to need it. Alright. Ready, go. Disgiga! Oh, jeez, that was a lot of damage. Yeah, that was 115 damage that he just dealt to me in one shot. Really, Drew? Well, I guess he doesn't want you escaping the grapple gauntlet before you actually have grapple. Alright. Come on, where are you? There you are. Come on. Three supers to kill one Disgiga. And in case you're wondering, I believe a pseudo screw attack only deals about as much damage to it as a super does. So if you pseudo screw, you are taking a tank full of damage off of it. And yes, as you just saw by the door, this room requires killing all the enemies in order to proceed, including Mr. Giant Disgiga kill you. Alright. Time for grapple. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to my pain and suffering. Because I'm playing Redesign. And I just picked up Grapple Beam. Fortunately, the Grapple Gauntlet in Axeil Edition is nowhere near as painful as it is in Redesign. Oh, geez, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, no, I'm not going anywhere near Mission Rescue. I tried watching that once. There was so much backtracking. I had no idea what the hell was going on. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere near that. Oh, you're doing Mission Rescue blind? I do not pity you, but I am sorry for you. Alright. So here, as you can see, there are some very cleverly hidden grapple blocks in the background. You can't actually stand on them, but if you follow them, you can try watching Mission Rescue, but you probably won't be able to figure out anything. But anyway, as I was saying, as you can see with the grapple blocks hidden in the background, following them leads you to an item. Well, assuming that you don't get randomly flung off somewhere. And here we have a Chozo Orb, which is an energy tank. The third energy tank of this run. We got Energy Tank 1, about maybe a half an hour into it. Energy Tank 2, a good 2 hours. Energy Tank 3, another half an hour after that. Well, actually, no. No, it was about 15 minutes between Energy Tanks 2 and 3, because we're only at 2 hours just now. Alright, so... Alright, so now that we're here in the Grapple Gauntlet, we need to make our way to the upper right, which I'm mostly doing. Bugs. You do that. I am not going anywhere near that. This craziness is Super Metroid Redesign Axeil Edition Final Mix. Sure, we'll go with that. Final Mix. So back in October of last year, Drusef basically said, I've spent way too much time of my life on this hack, and I have a wife and child that I want to spend time with. So this is the final edition. I am only going to fix anything if there is a game-breaking bug at this point. And I mean, so far I haven't noticed anything super game-breaking. There have been a couple, apparently, that he's patched out already. So far, it's mostly been Axeil Edition, which is an okay-ish hack, if a little bit too control-happy. And we haven't even gotten to Turian yet, which is going to be all sorts of fun. Alright, so now that we are out of the main part of the gauntlet, let's go ahead and make our way back to Norfair proper so that we can get back over to the power bomb area and get speed booster. Oh wait, I can't do anything here because I need speed booster to do anything here. I need to go around. Really? Damn it, True. There we go. Okay. Second time's the charm. Maybe not so bad. So that is those are your bombs. You're only, like in the Prime games, you're only allowed to have 3 bombs on screen at a time. They regenerate every so often, but if you spend all 3 at once, they take longer than normal to regenerate. So yeah, I could try and glitch that gate, but Thanks. All right. And now... Oh, jeez. I almost just died there. I'm paying attention to the things that I do. Oh, jeez. Alright, so here we have the hidden grapple blocks again that I can use to make my way back up. So I don't have to go through the grapple gauntlet one more time. And now we're almost out of the grapple escape. We've only got one last real challenge to do, but thankfully we get back to the save point before that happens. Kind of. So when Drew made the hack, he based the gravity off of Prime and the bomb timer off of Prime, but he gave it. He also was influenced a bit by Metroid Fusion. So as you can see by the kickback you get when you wall jump, that was definitely influenced by Fusion. So. Now, we can make our way back up here. Yeah, you can single wall jump, but it's kind of hard to do. It's a lot easier with once you get high jump, because high jump gives you a lot more speed and control when it comes to wall jumping. But unlike in most Metroid games, you're only allowed to wall jump on certain surfaces. Basically, anything that's jagged that looks like Samus could grip onto. So, for example, these here can't wall jump off of, but the actual tiles here you can wall jump off of. Drew also implemented an easy wall jump feature where basically, if you are on a wall jump surface and holding jump, if you hit the opposite direction, Samus will automatically wall jump. It's both really useful and not really useful. But it does create an interesting quirk where if you hold the jump button and hit the opposite direction, Samus auto jumps. I'm holding jump right now and I'm just hitting backwards and Samus is jumping. I think it's related to how the auto wall jump program works, but it actually becomes really useful for that little trick in certain places. Alright, but anyway, we are on the final stage of that was the last part of the grapple gauntlet. If you go down here, this is the puzzle to get to Speed Booster. Yes and no. They have the same overall design, but the original redesign came out in 2005 or 2006. It was one of the first Metroid hacks. It's also one of the biggest Super Metroid hacks. Axeil Edition came out, I think it first came out in 2013. Basically, it was based off of a guy from somethingawful.com who called himself Axeil. He did a Let's Play of Super Metroid Redesign, and it was awful how bad he was. Like, it was sad. Poor Axeil went through way too much trouble for what he had to do. Anyway, So Drew took a whole bunch of, basically took a bunch of criticism of the original Super Metroid and created Redesign Axeil Edition, where the goal was to make you feel like Axeil when you play Super Metroid. Or when you play Super Metroid Redesign. And, I mean, for the most part, most of the stuff he put into it were actual improvements. There's a couple things here and there that I'll get into that make the game significantly worse, in my opinion, but we haven't come across most of them yet. Anyway, so this here is, as I mentioned, this is the speed booster, not speed booster, the screw attack puzzle. That gate over there is controlled by these 5 switches. I'm not going to do the puzzle until I get Spring Ball because you kind of need the speed, but the way that the puzzle works is the switches are randomized each time you enter the room. Bombing a switch sets it off for a certain number of seconds. Bombing a second switch basically increases the time, and the goal is to bomb the switches in order from longest to shortest. So one will be 5 seconds, one will be 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and so on. Hitting the correct switch in order will add more to the timer and give you a little bit more time to hit the other switches. Once you get all 5 in the correct order, that gate will open, and then you have the ability to access Screw Attack, provided you have either you're really good at horizontal bomb and vertical bomb jumping, or you have Screw Attack and or you have Space Jump and Gravity Suit, because it requires dropping into the lava below and jumping up. You can't Shine Spark because Drew does not like sequence breaking at all, and put magical Screw You blocks that will cause you to lose your Shine Spark or Shine Charge at various points in this room. So yeah. Anyway, we are now clear of the Grapple Gauntlet, so let's get back to Western Norfair so that we can get Speed Booster. Oh, I agree. I've had many a conversation with him about why he feels the need to railroad the player so hard, and it's basically, he has a very my way or the highway attitude when it comes to his hack. Basically, if you're not playing it the way he intended, you're doing it wrong, is his... No. Come on. Oh. Come on, Samus, you can make it up here. There we go. Alright. Actually, can I get up here yet? I can. And I believe there's something... Oh, wait, no. I don't want to go up here. There is some items up there, but they're not worth getting or have a very high chance of just randomly killing me if I try to go for them. Alright, so now that we are out of the grapple area, it's time to make our way over to Western Norfair. So I need to go down here first, because there's this nice little morph maze full of switches, and I already went the wrong way. Hey Elm, welcome! I see you've come to watch my suffering. Did hit that switch. Oh, wait, I need to... Alright, So now need to hit this switch, and then I can head up here. This will allow me to fully escape. But first, I have these two switches on either side, because we will be coming back here later on in the game. And I just want to get this out of the way now, so I don't have to deal with it later. Now, up here is actually another item. I believe it's a 2-missile pack, unless he's changed it. But in order to get there, you have to do a small bomb jumping puzzle in the next room. I did play 1.5. I played 1.52. I helped beta test 1.52, actually. There were many times I spent yelling at Drew because of certain actions that he took during that. Some things actually changed in 1.52 because I kept yelling at Drew about them. Alright, and of course, ammo check, because we love our ammo checks. I almost have enough supers to open a purple door. Yes, purple doors require 25 missiles or the equivalent in supers. So 25 missiles, 20 missiles plus 1 super, 15 plus 2, 10 plus 3, 5 plus 4, or 5 supers. And they are littered throughout the hack. I mean, so far, there hasn't really been a whole bunch of difference between this and 1.52 that I've really noticed. I didn't get my second energy tank until after Crocomire, so there's that. I got my third energy tank in the grapple gauntlet, which I normally skip until I get space jump, because going through those hidden... grappling across those hidden grapple blocks is kind of annoying. Alright, so now we're back in Ice Beam's area. And actually, let's get ourselves some more power bombs while we're at it. Still can't mock ball to save my life. Good luck with that. One thing that I did not mention about this hack is, what is that? Oh, speed booster. Really, Drew? Freaking. Alright. So, there is... pretty much, if you want a sequence break, you have to do the early powerbomb challenge. And if you do sequence break, you permanently lock yourself out of bombs and the ability to wall jump. So, yeah. And then, even better, is there is one actual sequence break that I don't believe has been taken out of this version yet. That was at least available in 1.52, where you can fight Ridley before Dragon, and you can get Plasma before fighting Ridley. So I'm going to go ahead and try and do those on my... or this way. You can't wall jump until you get the ability to. You start off being unable to wall jump. Wall jump is an upgrade that you get from beating Spore Spawn. And if you do the early powerbomb challenge, you are required to skip wall jump, and because of the way that the hack is programmed, the path to wall jump is permanently blocked off. I got my second E-Tank shortly after killing Crockmire. Oh god, giant side hopper. Run away. Alright, so before I go down to get speed booster, I'm going to go get high jump. Because... Where am I? So high jump is over there. Alright, that's fine. This is the way. Yes, I actually showed that off. It's the one near Charge Beam. That one requires going through an excessive Morph Ball maze, though. Oh, jeez. Yes, Samus, just run off the ledge instead of, you know, jumping. Actually, yeah, I need to go up. I mean, you can get to some areas... Okay, so there's... If you do the early Powerbomb challenge, which requires getting through... which requires going through a sequence of damage boosts and very precise jumping in order to avoid tripwires and get back to the ship early before getting wall jump, that permanently blocks off wall jump. Or permanently blocks off wall jump boots and locks you out of the ability to actually wall jump. Then you have a choice. You can either go to get bombs and continue the game normally, or you can go back to where you got the first missile pack, still avoiding the tripwires, and that will get you to power bombs, or that will get you to the power bomb pack that is behind that first missile pack, thereby locking you out of both bombs and wall jump for the entire hack, and making you take a completely different route through the hack that involves going to Ridley after Kraid instead of Phantoon. Also, it gets you speed booster before getting grappling beam, and you have one shot to do a Shine Spark in the grapple beam room, or you just kind of perma-stuck yourself. So, yeah. I mean, Elm is the current... Oh, jeez, I missed the... Well, yeah. Elm is the world record holder for original redesign, not for Axeil. Because he said he wanted to wait until the final version came out before he actually got it. Which means that I might get it. Don't let me get this, Elm. Please don't let me get this. I can't handle that kind of responsibility. Alright, so this is Grapple's room. See that pipe right there? Don't fall down that pipe. You're gonna have a bad time if you do. What the hell? You just saw that, me just like phase through that, that platform right there, right? Yeah, I just did it again. Nice. Oh, and instead of jumping, I just run off the ledge, you know, like a good player. Jump button, what jump button? There we go. And now we have high jump boots. Now, this is another influence from Fusion. So in addition to high jump boots, we have Spring Ball. And also, one of the things Drew did in order to make Spring Ball seem like a more significant upgrade, Spring Ball has a much higher, or much faster rolling than Morph Ball, as you notice. I am moving significantly faster. It shouldn't have. I don't think I even have anything on Auto Mod. Oh, and actually, now that we have Spring Ball, let's head on back down to Norfair. And actually, while I'm at it, I've got... go through here. You cannot! Drew has disabled crumble jumping. Weird. Yeah, I definitely do not have an auto mod on, so I don't know why. At least I don't think I do. Alright, so we have now disarmed Sector 2 of Brinstar. There's still Sector 1 left, which I can find later on. Yeah, suitless underwater is a thing. That happens a lot in this hack. I'm assuming it involved lots of horizontal and vertical bomb jumping? And diagonal, maybe? Alright, so this path takes us right into Norfair. Nice. Alright, let's just farm back up to full ammo. Wow, I have enough missiles to open 2 purple doors. And I can't grapple worth crap. Come on. Alright. Whatever. So now we are back in the one room that leads to Western Norfair. Isn't that neat? Oh, that's gross. Ugh. Have fun with that. Alright, so now that's speed booster. That's the path to the to that morph ball maze just before Crocomire. Actually, you know what? If I remember correctly. Yep. Oh, but that's speed booster, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Alright, whatever. Alright, so now that's the save, not only save before Crocomire, but it's also the save before speed booster. So if we die during the speed booster escape, which is relatively likely considering my talent for this game, that's where we will end up. And... oh, jeez. Thankfully, there is a nice little farming station right here. Okay, so now... and into Speed Booster's room we go. And this enemy here unlocks the door, and now we have Speed Booster. And it wouldn't be Super Metroid without a need to escape the rising lava. Here it comes, higher and higher. Okay, that actually was not that difficult, even without high jump. Probably could have easily done that without high jump. Yep, sounds about right. So have fun with that. Isn't that Edie's tasks of mission rescue? No, I don't want to go that way. So let's go up that. Another fusion thing is you have Shine Spark Recharge that I just botched because I sparked inappropriately. So like in Fusion and Zero Mission, you can, if you horizontally Shine Spark into a slope, you will retain your spark and slam right into a wall, because I know what I'm doing. Now, the game does not have ball sparking, unlike Zero Mission. Oh. This room. Yeah, nope, we're not doing that. 1, lava dive. 2, nope. So, one thing that Drew said about Axeil Edition was that there were no required acid dives in the hack. That is a bold-faced lie. That room that I just noped out of is a required acid dive that also requires reserve tanks to get through in order to get a power bomb upgrade. So, yeah, no. I have not actually. You know what? I've saved recently, and I need to split the video anyway, so let's go over some of the changes that Drew has made with regards to lava and acid. So, the thing about lava, it's still normal. You lose health as you're in it, but he also changed it so that the deeper you are in lava, the faster your health drains. Which makes sense, you know. It's... Alright. Acid, on the other hand. Oh, he did a humdinger with acid. So, acid drains your health very quickly. And as you can hear, the health alarms are automatically going off. After 5 seconds in acid, you just instantly die. It doesn't matter what. So, I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be back in just a couple of minutes, and we will continue on with our journey. So, see you guys in a little bit.